Alright, let's talk about the merging between linked lists. So you're given two linked lists, list 1 and list 2. And there are sets of m and m. So you have to remove list 1 node from A node to B node, and then put list 2 in their place. So basically, like, you are given A and B in this one, and then you have to remove, and then basically you have to connect the one before you remove to list 2, and at the end you have to connect your list2.next to the rest of the node after you remove. Right. So this is supposed to be easy. Just have to think about it, because the problem is how do you determine the pointer, right? So basically you need to traverse, right? Traverse from this place to this place, not this place, because when a equal to 3, this is irrelevant to the linked list, right? You have to say a equal to 2 somehow, right? Or when you traverse, right, you don't want to traverse at this point. But for the end, you have to traverse at the end. So you can create a for loop, and then for the first one, you have to create 2, just in case you forgot, because this one you don't want it, right? So you want to know, you keep a record for here. So this will be, let me say S, and you will still keep traversing, and then you want to get rid of this, right? And then you want to find out what is your new connection, be honest, and I'm going to call N right here. So when I have list 2 no, I can actually just connect s.next to list 2, right? And then when s2 dot next equal to the n, and then I can connect the n to the n. So this is pretty much it, and it does take a while to just find out the next point, to be honest. So I have a list. No, I'm gonna say connection star, connect star. Okay, connect star equal to this one, and connect, and I'm gonna just okay. Let me do this later. So when I traverse, I'm gonna traverse from 1 to 8, and then I increment. So the reason why I started from 1 to 8, this is because I don't want to traverse from 1 to 2. I mean from 0 to 2, right? Because if I traverse from 0 to 2, I already skipped this node, right? So if I traverse from 1 to 2, 1 to 3, right? Well, from 1 to 3, I will stop at this point. If I traverse from 0 to 3, right? I will basically end at this point, but I don't want to be. And I will say connection star, connect star equal to connect up. Alright, so at this point, my connect star will stop at this point. And then I will create another one, which is connect n, connect n. And this connect n will just temporarily equal to connect star first. Then I will just keep traversing my connect val. From A to B, right? And here's a for loop. So I would say connect star dot val to I less equal to bi plus plus, and then I would say connect. This is connect, right? Connect n equal to connect on next. All right. So afterward, my n will be at this place, right? So if you don't know why I use less than equal, this is because I don't want this node. If I say less than, I will keep this node. And basically, this is how it is, right? And my connect start the val, this is 2, right? So I will just keep traversing, right? And at the end, afterward, I know my start and end. I'm going to connect the linked list with list 2, right? So I will say connect start the next. It's going to be list 2. Now, if I know the list 2, I'm going to traverse the list 2 to the end. So while list 2 dot next is not known. I cannot go through the end of the list 2, which is a no. I need to making sure my last node is still valid, right? So list 2 equal to list2.next. And at the end, I will say list2.next equal to connect, right? And afterward, I will just have to return this one. It does look a little bit confused, but just think about it. So let's talk about time and space. So for the space, I only create a variable. So I'm going to say constant. And for the time, you do have to traverse the list 1 and list 2 completely. So every single node in this one, right? You need to traverse. Every single in list 2, you need to traverse. So the time is going to be all of n, I mean n1. I'm going to say n1 represent this one, plus n2. So you have to determine which one is greater. So the maximum between this one and list 2, right? Because I traverse my list 1 individually, traverse my list 2 individually. And this is pretty much the solution. And just have to think about that when do you actually break? I mean, if you want to go really uh, specific for the time, you have to know that when do you break, and then is list 2 dot length is actually shorter than the break. I mean, the list 1 dot length when you break. So this is pretty much a solution, and I will see you next time. Bye.